Hi guys, my name is Medintseva and you are on my crochet channel. In this video we will continue to crochet these Easter bunnies. I will write a link to the first part in the description under the video. As always, I expect feedback from you, likes, comments. This is very important to me, so please give me some of your time. With your like and comment you will greatly help me promote this video. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Have fun crocheting. I wish you a wonderful and creative mood, so that you get the same cool bunnies as mine. If anyone is more comfortable crocheting a toy using a PDF pattern, you can find it in my Etsy store. In the last part we finished crocheting the bunny's body. This is the beauty we got. Filler has already been added to the bunny's body. Incredibly cute. Now I'll show you how we make the head. Let's start as usual. Loop and 2 chain stitches, and in the first chain stitch we make 6 single crochets. The first row is ready. In the second row we make 6 increases, that is 2 single crochets in each stitch. At the end of the row there will be 12 single crochets. The second row is ready. In the third row we make 1 single crochet and 1 increase, and do this until the end of the row. Repeat this combination 6 times. At the end of the row there will be 18 single crochets. Ready? Turn it right side out. In the fourth row we make 6 single crochets at the beginning of the row. 1 single crochet is made and we place a marker. The marker is set and we continue further. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we make 6 increases in a row. That is, we make 2 single crochets in each stitch. This is the second increase, the third increase, the fourth increase, the fifth increase, and the last 6th increase. And 6 single crochets to the end of the row. The fourth row is ready. In the fifth row we make 6 single crochets at the beginning of the row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we repeat the combination 6 times, 1 single crochet and 1 increase. 1 single crochet and in the next stitch 1 increase is the first time. 1 single crochet and 1 increase is the second time. 1 single crochet and 1 increase is the third time. 1 single crochet and 1 increase is the fourth time. 1 single crochet and 1 increase is the fifth time. 1 single crochet and 1 increase is the sixth time. And 6 single crochets to the end of the row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We finished near the marker, everything was done correctly. If you look from the side, you can see how the nose emerges. In the 6th row we make 4 single crochets and 1 increase, and do this until the end of the row. We repeat the combination 6 times. At the end of the row there will be 36 single crochets. From the 7th to the 12th row inclusive, we make 36 single crochets in each row. These rows are done. This is the beauty we got. The crocheting is turned to the front, right side. At this stage we insert the eyes and nose. We insert the nose between the second and third rows. We count 1, 2, 3. Here we are guided by the increases that we made in the 4th and 5th rows. In the 4th row, in the middle we made 6 increases. I show with the hook 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In the 5th row, in the middle of the row, we repeated the combination 6 times, 1 single crochet and 1 increase. So we take these 6 increases and focus on them. I point with my fingers. I take these 6 increases and focus on them. The nose is inserted between the second and third rows in the middle, focusing on the extreme increases in the 4th row. If you count from the left, 3 increases right here and 3 increases left on the right. This is where the nose is inserted in the middle. The nose is inserted. The nose will be located here. In turn, the eyes are inserted between the 4th and 5th rows. I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 between the 4th and 5th row. On the left we insert the eye into the extreme increase. It was the 6th increase in the 4th row. The eye is inserted directly into the increase. The second eye is also inserted between the 4th and 5th rows. On the right we find the last 2 increases. These are the 1st and 2nd increases in the 4th row. Look at your crocheting. I need to insert an eye between the 1st and 2nd increase in the 4th row. If I insert the eye before the 1st increase, it will be too far from the nose, and the eyes will be asymmetrical. So I insert an eye between the 1st and 2nd increase. It is in this position that the eyes will look even and symmetrical in relation to the nose. Everything is beautiful, I like it. We check that everything is smooth and to our liking. Fasten the eyes from the inside. And let's continue crocheting the head. The eyes and nose are fastened from the inside. Let's continue. In the 13th row, we make 4 single crochets and 1 decrease, and so on until the end of the row. Repeat the combination 6 times. At the end of the row there will be 30 single crochets. In the 14th row, we make 3 single crochets and 1 decrease,
and so on until the end of the row.
Repeat the combination 6 times. In the 15th row, we make 2 single crochets and 1 decrease. Repeat the combination 6 times. After this, add filler. Add a good amount of filler to create a beautiful head shape. In the 16th row, we make 1 single crochet and 1 decrease, and so on until the end of the row. Repeat the combination 6 times. And we end the last 17th row with decreases. In the 17th row, we make 6 decreases, or 7 decreases to completely close the hole. We crochet these rows ourselves. I have completely finished making the head. In the 17th row, I made 7 decreases. This is the kind of thing I came up with. Using a hook, we pull the thread to the side of the head. If necessary, push the filler inside. The thread is pulled to the side. We tighten the thread a little, so that the end of the crochet is sunk a little and the head acquires a beautiful rounded shape. Use a hook to tie a knot. I had a problem, the thread deteriorated. You can see that the thread is very bad. I need to come up with something and correct the situation. Now I'll try to grab the thread more carefully. The knot still needs to be tied somehow to finish the crochet in the head correctly and securely. It didn't work out very well, but the knot was tight. Now the end of the thread can be hidden inside. The thread is hidden. We remove the remaining filler. Additionally, press the head with your fingers to form the desired shape. Here we have such a beautiful head. I show you from all sides. Beauty. Now we need to sew this head to the body. We will sew the head in this position. For convenience, I will bend the bunny's legs to make sewing easier. To make it convenient to sew the head, we fixed the head to the bunny's body with 2 knitting needles. Everyone who has been crocheting with me for a long time knows. These are 3 mm knitting needles. We insert the knitting needle completely through the head and into the body on one side. And on the second side, we insert the knitting needle right through the head and body in the same way. You can see that the head is held securely. And now, using the thread that remained after crocheting the bunny's body, we sew on the head using a hook. Alternately insert the hook into the head and then into the body and thread the thread, sewing the head in this way. Now I have already pulled the thread through the stitch in the head. Now I need to pull it through the stitch in the body. We insert the hook into the head again, grab the thread. Now we insert the hook into the body. Please note, in the body we insert the hook into the last row, don't skip the stitches. In the head we insert the hook as it turns out into the most suitable stitches. The main thing is that everything is even and symmetrical. With these simple movements, we will sew the head in a circle. I'm showing you a completely sewn head. This is how I managed to sew on the head. Now let's immediately tighten the muzzle. I tighten it with a regular needle and thread, but the thread should be tight. The thread should not break. We insert the needle from the side at the bottom of the head and pull it out in the middle under the muzzle near the neck. You need to do this so that the knot at the end of the thread catches on the filler inside the head. The thread is pulled out in the middle under the muzzle. We skip one stitch and thread the needle and thread to one of the eyes. Here again, through one stitch, insert the needle near the eye and pull the muzzle down in the middle. Tighten the thread a little. We insert the needle again through one stitch and pull it to the second eye. For convenience, I turn the toy over. Tighten the thread. Here we also skip a few stitches. Insert the needle and pull it through the lower part of the muzzle to the middle. Tighten the thread. Now we need to make a tightening in the middle of the muzzle. We lay a thread outside the muzzle in the middle and insert a needle under the nose. And pull the needle out again near one of the eyes. If necessary, adjust the thread under the nose so that it's laid evenly. Tighten the thread. Now we've skipped a few stitches again and pull the needle and thread down again. And one more time we lay the thread from the outside in the middle under the nose. Insert the needle under the nose and pull it out near the second eye. Again, tighten the thread well to make the desired tightening. I also make a small tightening between the eyes to tighten them together. You look at your bunny. You can do the same if you like. We thread the thread again and return to the other eye. At this stage, we already thread the needle and thread to the lower part of the muzzle. I think this will be enough. I like. If filler comes out, you need to remove it. We got such a beautiful muzzle with a tightening. I show you from all sides. The tightening is done. Here we will also tie a knot and cut the thread. At the next stage we will make the ears. This is the cute little bunny we have so far without ears. Now let's make the ears. Start as usual, loop and 2 chain stitches, and in the first chain stitch we make 6 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The first row is ready. In the second row we make 6 increases. In each stitch there are 2 single crochets. At the end of the row there will be 12 single crochets. The second row is ready. In the third row we make 1 single crochet and 1 increase, and do this until the end of the row. Repeat the combination 6 times. At the end of the row there will be 18 single crochets. From the 4th to the 8th row inclusive, we make 18 single crochets in each row. Be sure to turn it right side out. Remember this. These rows are ready. In the 9th row, we make 7 single crochets and 1 decrease, and do this until the end of the row. We can do this twice. At the end of the row there will be 16 single crochets. In the 10th row we make 16 single crochets. These 2 rows are also ready. In the 11th row we make 6 single crochets and 1 decrease, and do this until the end of the row. Repeat the combination 2 times. At the end of the row there will be 14 single crochets. From the 12th to the 16th row inclusive, we make 14 single crochets in each row. These rows are also done. In the next stitch we make a slip stitch, cut the thread, but leave the end long enough to sew the ear to the bunny's head. Pull and tighten the thread. Fold the ear in half. The second ear is crocheted in exactly the same way. 2 ears are ready. We insert the thread into a needle with a blunt end. Now we need to sew the ears to the bunny's head. We sew the ears in approximately this position, next to each other. I show it on the finished bunny. You can see that I sew the ears in a slightly rounded shape. The edges are sewn closer together, and the inside is slightly recessed. There are 1 or 2 stitches on the inside between the ears. Place the first ear on the head and begin sewing. I insert the needle into the head and select the most suitable place for sewing. Now pull the needle into a suitable place for the inside of the ear. We grab the ear from the inside, and in this way we determined the place for sewing. Now we pull the needle out from the back of the ear. This part of the ear also needs to be stitched in the middle. Check that we like everything, and after that we can completely sew on the ear. All the important points for sewing on the ear are defined. There is nothing special to comment on here. For those who need it, just watch and repeat after me. I remind you that in the YouTube settings, the gear button, you can change the video playback speed. You can reduce and increase the speed and choose the most suitable one for yourself. One ear is completely sewn on. Bend the edges of the ear slightly inward to round the ear. The second ear is sewn on in exactly the same way. Both ears are completely sewn on. On the second ear, I ran out of thread. I pulled it to the back of the head into the same stitch with the other end of the thread. Here we tie the ends of the thread together into a knot. After this, the ends of the thread can be hidden inside. But I won't hide it just yet. The ears can be left in this position. But I like the ears to be positioned more vertically. So I take a new thread, insert a needle into the same stitch at the back of the head, so that later I can tie it all together into a knot and hide it. Pull the needle and thread from the inner edge of the ear. Now we need to sew the inner edge of the ear one row higher. We sew from the inside one row higher on this one, inside side. Thanks to this, the ears will be held more vertically and will not fall to the sides. Of course, you don't have to repeat this with your bunny if you like everything the way it is without sewing. In the same way, I sewed the second ear on the inside one row higher. Thanks to this operation, the ears are slightly pulled together and held more vertically. The ears are more upright. I like it this way most of all. After both ears are additionally sewn on the inside, put the needle and thread from the back of the head into the same stitch. Tie all the ends of the thread together into a knot and hide it inside the head. We adjust and straighten the ears to give them the desired shape. Here we have such a beautiful Easter bunny. I still need to process and hide the ends of the threads behind the head. We only have to make the bunny's tail. I'll show you one more time from all sides how I managed to sew the ears to the bunny's head. Now we will make a tail for the bunny. Let's start as usual, loop and 2 chain stitches, and in the first chain stitch we make 6 single crochets. In the second row we make 6 increases. In each stitch there are 2 single crochets. At the end of the row there will be 12 single crochets. In the third row we make 12 single crochets. These rows are ready. Turn it right side out. It remains to make the last fourth row. In the fourth row we make 1 single crochet and 1 decrease, and do this 4 times just until the end of the row. 1 single crochet and 1 decrease is the first time. 1 single crochet and 1 decrease is the second time. 1 single crochet and 1 decrease is the third time. 1 single crochet and 1 decrease is the fourth time. In the next stitch we make a slip stitch. Cut the thread, leave the end long enough to sew the tail to the bunny's body. Interesting play on words. Leave the tail for sewing on the tail. Add a little filler to the tail. Filler added. We insert the thread into a needle with a blunt end and sew it to the body. The tail is sewn at the level of the legs. You can see it here. That is, the upper part of the tail is sewn in line with the upper part of the leg, maybe a little higher. The tail is sewn on here somewhere. We apply the tail to the body inside a position that the end of the thread is on the side. Sew the tail in the middle between the legs. Before I sew the tail completely, I sew it a little on several sides and check that everything is even and symmetrical. After checking, I sew it completely, in a circle. Now I'm checking that I like everything, and after that I can completely sew on the tail. We sew the tail in a circle on all sides. The tail is completely sewn on. Now we tie a knot here. Almost ready. Hide the end of the thread inside. This is what our bunny looks like with a tail sewn on. I also show you all sides. Everything is clear, I like everything. This is such a cool bunny we got. You can see this beauty. I hope everything worked out for you too, and you are satisfied with the result. All that remains is to crochet an egg and sew it to the bunny's hands. You can see that the egg is only sewn onto the arms. This is the Easter bunny we will get along with the egg. The bunny turned out to be very simple and suitable for beginners. You can crochet a bunny without an Easter egg. I will leave a link to the masterclass on crocheting eggs in the description under the video. Follow the link and have fun crocheting with me. Be sure to send photos of your finished toys to Instagram. All links are in the description under the video. I wish you a wonderful mood and see you soon.